Hi, this is Angie Hausman, and welcome to Garden Match. Did you know the U.S. Geological Service found in a single day in Atlanta, stormwater sent 4.3 billion gallons of water into the nearby Peachtree Creek. That's 154 times the normal amount of water flowing into the creek. Each gallon of stormwater carries pollutants and sediments through the waterways and out into the ocean, where noticeable changes occur to the coastline and fish kills occur. Did you know our food is so centralized now that 10 mega corporations essentially own and produce all the brands you see in your grocery store? That's 96% of us relying on food produced by only 4%. This causes unhealthy food practices. For instance, in the last 30 days, the FDA recalled nuts, raisins, apricots, and soybeans. Deaths have been linked to spinach and other fresh products. Chemicals used to feed plants and make them resistant to disease and insects make us sick. GMO crops raise serious health concerns. Did you know U.S. land use for agriculture declined by 12% in just 50 years, a reduction of over 500 million acres that increases stormwater flowing into waterways rather than being absorbed? USDA says if farm usage had stayed the same, their communities would have enjoyed a substantial economic boost, resulting in an estimated $4.9 billion in additional farm income and over 89,000 more jobs in 2012 alone. Imagine growing on impermeable surfaces using organic techniques to reduce runoff, improving the quality and healthfulness of our produce, improving GDP with homegrown produce rather than importing so much from other countries. Well, you don't have to imagine. There's Garden Match. Garden Match is a mobile app and website that connects local folks who have available gardening spaces with folks who like to garden for their own use or to grow cash crops. It's like an Airbnb for gardens. We provide information and resources to help gardeners learn to grow without chemicals and to use rainwater collection for irrigating their crops. We also help match restaurants and grocers with locally sourced organic crops. We'll work with developers to incorporate and monetize gardens over hard surfaces. We'll hold events to build a gardener community and work with gardeners to sell their excess produce locally. We'll help local governments and NGOs manage their own community gardens to optimize output and healthfulness. Garden Match goals include increase the number of gardens that can put a big dent in the pollutants reaching local rivers and streams by allowing absorption, not runoff. Education on composting, natural insecticides, rainwater, and generally gardening. Help monetize the app with plots and to help with the sale of excess crops. The competition is very fragmented. There are some local governments who are trying to provide resources, but they're not being provided in an entertaining or exciting way. There are some expensive apps that are mainly designed for landscaping, and those start at about $40. There's some other disjointed efforts. For instance, there's one place to look at gardens, another for education, and another to look to buy organic vegetables. Among the places that I found is a site called organicgardens.com, and it's $45 a year to start with, and it's just a database to gather information and resources on gardening. There's also harvest sharing co-ops such as the local Harvest Alliance. Our business model involves a freemium app that consumers can get for free, but they can upgrade for $9.99. $9.99. We'll have paid events and sponsorships. We'll allow gardening stores to place coupons for consumers to use. There'll be paid leases for the gardens, and we'll get a fee for that, and also a fee for helping to exchange excess produce. Our initial marketing push will be in the DC metro area, then fan out to larger urban cities before going national. We'll use paid, earned, and owned social media, PR, and demos at networking events, flyers at farmers markets and feed stores, and other locations. In terms of financial projections, here's our Year 5 P&L, which also includes the development costs. Notice that in Year 5, we're projecting a net income of a little over $1 million. This assumes that we gain 1 million users by Year 5 and 10% buy the app for $9.99. It also assumes $6 million in leases with a 5% fee associated with those. It assumes we gain 0.1% of the $4.9 billion in lost agriculture sales and take 10% of those sales. In terms of the team, you have me, Angela Hausman. I have a PhD in marketing, and my expertise is in digital, community, and societal marketing. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I founded or co-founded 3 previous startups. I'm a 4th generation gentleman farmer, and I practice sustainable gardening. And I've built a large social community on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. I'm currently looking for the other members of the team. I've contracted for someone to serve as CTO in the interim, and he will be building the MVP. I'm looking for a marketing director and a finance director to help with the project initially. What I'm asking for is $25,000 in startup funds. It will cost approximately $20,000 to build the MVP and the first iteration past MVP, and $5,000 for initial marketing and legal. The founding investor will receive a 20% stake in exchange for the startup capital, introductions for Series A funding, and also to help build the team and advise us. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you enjoyed Gardening Match.